Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tnc Injustice, where we will be crowning a brand new world champion by the end of the show. But first, to kick off Injustice, a match for the RHW Memorial Championship. Jace Gold, of course, in the TNC2 tournament tonight. But before he takes part in the semifinals, he will be challenging Mama Kennedy for that RHW Memorial title. A match that's been a long time coming for Gold against Mama Kennedy, and it will be taking place right here, right now at Injustice. And as for Mama Kennedy, this is her second appearance at a TNC event. Her second appearance at a TNC pay-per-view. And the second time that she is in an RHW Memorial title match. And of course, the last time we saw Mama Kennedy, it was back at Clash of the Titans 2. Of course, this time Mama Kennedy looking to walk out with that belt still intact. And Owen Spade definitely going to be watching this matchup very closely, as Jace Gold is Spade's opponent in the TNC2 semifinals later on. So, Owen Spade definitely rooting for Mama Kennedy to put in a little bit of work on Jace Gold here. But it is also possible that Jace Gold could walk out of of Injustice as a double champion with both the RHW Memorial title and the TNC World title. We'll see if he can pull it off, or we'll see if Mama Kennedy can retain that Memorial title.
Introducing the challenger from Memphis, Tennessee, weighing in at 211 pounds, Jay Gomez. From Colorado, the Rated R Hybrid Wrestling Champion, Man Kennedy.
Mama Kennedy set to hand off that belt to the referee. Jace Gold looking for his first taste of gold in a long time. We'll see if he can walk out with at least one. This is his first opportunity here in the opener of Injustice. And here we go. There's the bell. Mama Kennedy quickly off the ropes with a drop kick to the side of the head. And now the repeated kicks to the gut, and now a forearm to the face. And now Mama Kennedy with Rolling Thunder. And now over the top buckshot lariat to Gold. And Mama Kennedy off to a flying start in this title defense. And now another drop kick to the side of the head. And Mama Kennedy quickly with a moonsault from the top. Just bringing it to Jace Gold here. And Gold now trying to turn this one around, but Mama Kennedy quickly getting it back in her favor with the double stomp. Gold now with Mama Kennedy on the ropes. Gold handspring into the cutter. And Gold also dropping an elbow, quickly making his way to the apron. And Gold now springboard dropkick connecting. Now one landed flush onto the face of Mama Kennedy. And Gold now going right after that knee. The middle rope. Mama Kennedy to her feet. Jace Gold with the arm drag from the middle rope. Gold gets countered there by Mama Kennedy. Kennedy into the cover here on Gold. Trying to retain, but a kick out of one. And now Mama Kennedy repeated shots to the temple. Kennedy lining up Gold for that big knee strike. And Gold laying a nasty left hand on Mama Kennedy. And now DDT planting the RHW Memorial Champion. Gold now trying to drag Mama Kennedy back toward the middle of the ring. And now working that shoulder. And Gold trying to twist it out of its socket. Mama Kennedy quickly back to her feet though. But Gold not seeming to let up. Jumping over. Ducking under. And Jace Gold not able to land that drop kick. And this might be the opening that Mama Kennedy needs. But Jace Gold still a little bit too fresh. Getting those elbows into the gut of Mama Kennedy. And now again Mama Kennedy on the ropes here. But she's able to fight back. And now it's Gold off the ropes. Huge stomp there from Mama Kennedy. And now it's Jace Gold being dragged over to the ropes. Mama Kennedy could be thinking Dragonfly Cutter. Can she hit it? Yes, she can! And now sizing up Jace Gold here. Mama Kennedy thinking Black Bullet and connects into the cover on Gold. 2 and a kick out. Black Bullet not enough to keep Jace Gold down in this RHW Memorial title match. And now Gold here with a crucifix pin on Mama Kennedy, trying to steal the title, but she kicks out on 1. And now Jace with a springboard dropkick once again. And Mama Kennedy crawling to the corner. Jace Gold not able to hit that dropkick. But again, able to lay a nasty left hand. Jawbreaker from Mama Kennedy. Trying to keep this matchup in her favor. Gold with those elbows to the gut again. And now Mama Kennedy off the ropes. Gold jumping over. Ducking under again. And Jace Gold lays the German suplex. And now Gold thinking last chancery. Got it locked in on Mama Kennedy. Is she going to tap? Could we see a new champion? No. Gold letting go of the last chancery. has other plans in mind, but nobody home on the frog splash. That doesn't seem to be stopping Jace Gold for very long as he hits the Blue Thunder Bomb. And now Jace Gold off the ropes, drop kick to the side of the head. Mama Kennedy. And now Jace Gold thinking about putting this matchup to bed. Hoisting Mama Kennedy up. And planting her with the burning hammer. 1, 2. And Mama Kennedy kicks out at 2.5. Jace Gold half a second away from becoming the RHW Memorial Champion. How much more does Mama Kennedy have in the tank? As Jace Gold lands a big kick. And Mama Kennedy rolling to the outside, now back into the ring. Jace Gold making his way to the top. And Mama Kennedy able to toss him back down to the mat. But Jace Gold again landing that kick. Going for the cover for the championship. 2 and 3. Already, the night is a success for Jace Gold as he is the new RHW Memorial Champion. And now he has his eyes set on the TNC World Championship. A hard-fought match between himself and Mama Kennedy to open Injustice. But of course, the job is not done for Jace Gold. Gold now will get a little bit of time to prep for his match later on with Owen Spade in the TNC 2 semifinals. But at the very least, even if Jace Gold does not walk out as the new world champion, he will walk out as the new RHW Memorial Champion. One of the few to hold that title, to have never wrestled in RHW, but certainly more than deserving of holding that belt. Congratulations to Jace Gold, the new RHW Memorial Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the first semifinals match in the TNC 2. And it is not only a rematch from episode 44, it is also a rematch of the finals of the inaugural TNC World Championship Tournament. And on both occasions, it was Pete Brents who came out on top. Brent's able to outlast Zyler Glass in the World Championship Finals. and then again in the TNC2, and he has a chance to do it one more time in the semifinals. The only loss Brent has across 2 tournaments was to Chase Gold back on episode 41. And there is a chance that those two can meet in the finals and Brent could avenge his loss. Zyler Glass has got to be desperate to get a win over Pete Brent here tonight in the semifinals. Much like the rest of the BHS members, none of them have been able to beat him since the start of TNC. Not even Owen Spade, who was perfect before facing Brent on episode 45. So Zyler's definitely got a tough task ahead of him. And it could work into Brent's favor, those mind games, that none of them have been able to beat him. Maybe there's a little bit of self-doubt in Zyler Glass going into this semifinal match. But he's got to put that to the side if he wants to advance to the final. And both men try to come out fast and furious, but Brent's able to connect on that rolling forearm, now laying in the right hands. And Brent went for the lion salt, but nobody home. And now Glass thinking figure 4 out the gate, wrenching on that knee, but quickly giving up the hold. Not using it to secure a victory, just using it to gain the upper hand on Brent's here. And it seems to be working to great effect as Zyler drops the elbow on Brent. And now Zyler just kicking in the chest of Pete Brent. And Zyler now with the suplex into the cover and a quick kick out by Brent. And another elbow. But Brent's able to turn it around. And now sending Zyler off the ropes. And Brent lands a big right. And again went for the lion salt, but Zyler again able to move. And now Zyler with that Achilles lock, but Brent all tangled up in the ropes. And Zyler clearly coming into this matchup with a game plan to attack the lower body and the midsection of Pete Brent. And so far, it's been working as Zyler goes for the cover and another quick kick out by Brent. Now Brent's off the ropes. And Brent's able to counter with a clothesline. But Zyler, again, able to quickly turn this one around. And Zyler now lining up Brent's from the corner. Hoisting Brent's up and dropping him on the top rope. But Brent's quickly to his feet, gets dropped again by a Zyler Glass elbow. And Zyler now planting Brent. And now up to the middle rope. And Zyler with the frog splash. And this matchup so far has been all Zyler Glass. Now thinking cunt stomp. But Brent's able to get out of the way. And that could be the opening that he needs. And Brent Thinking rolling cutter, and he hits it. Now Brent's thinking Art of Hate driver. Can he hit it? He's got him set up, and he connects with the Art of Hate driver. Quickly into the cover to move on to the finals, and a kick out of 2. And Brent this time able to hit that Lion Salt with Zyler down after the Art of Hate driver. Both men back to their feet now. Zyler sent off the ropes, and Brent's laying another big right. And this matchup quickly shifting in momentum towards Pete Brent. But as I say, it's Zyler able to counter and land a few forearms. But Brent's back to his feet, and again, Zyler just laying him out with that clothesline. And now Zyler with a drop kick, sending Brent all the way to the floor. And Zyler now taking off the turnbuckle pad. We've seen him do this many times before. We'll see if he's got any plans for that turnbuckle pad or for the exposed steel. But Zyler now having other ideas from the top rope. Nobody home on the elbow. And Brent's looking to capitalize. Connecting on that Lion Salt to the back, but Zyler able to trip him up. And now Zyler maybe thinking Mind Shatter or Sister Glassagale, and he hits the Sister Glassagale. Quickly to the cover to move on, and Brent kicks out at 2. Zyler again to the top rope. Zyler walking the tightrope into the dropkick, but too far was Pete Brent, and Zyler could not connect. Brent now has Zyler on the ropes, tossing him all the way to the outside. And Brent's now off the ropes. Brent's through the middle rope with the drop kick. And Brent's now showcasing the power with that power bomb. And now lining up Glass with that knee to the chest. And Brent sending Zyler back into the ring. A little bit extra on the entrance. Back into the ring from Brent. And Brent's raking at the back of Zyler Glass. And now a clothesline from Brent. Second clothesline. Catching the leg of Zyler. Sweeping out the other. And now Brent into the cover on Zyler Glass to move on. And another kick out at 2 by Glass. Brent's now sending Glass off the ropes again. And Brent has the Anaconda Vice locked in on Zyler. Middle of the ring. Can he get Zyler Glass to tap out to the Anaconda Vice? No. But was the damage done to the man of many minds? As Brent repeatedly shoving his boots into the face of Zyler Glass before finishing it off with the double knees. And Brent's now into another cover. 1, 2, and another kick out by Zyler. And Brent went for another Art of Hate driver, got blocked by Zyler. And this could open the door for Zyler, but not for long. Dragon screw by Brent may have just slammed that door shut. And now brought back to his feet. Brent trying again for an Art of Hate driver. Connects! into the cover to go to the finals. 1, 2, 3. And Pete Brents does it again. And he has punched his ticket to the finals of the TNC 2. A shaky start from Brents is turning into an unbelievable run. And he is 1 win away from becoming a 3-time world champion. And meanwhile for Zyler Glass, this means his run in the TNC 2 has come to an end. And we'll see what's next for Zyler, but as of tonight, his path back to the World Championship is unclear. And now, Pete Brents can sit back and wait until the main event to see if he'll be facing off against Owen Spade or Jace Gold. Both of those men currently champions, vying for the opportunity to become double champions. Pete Brents looking to make a stop against either one of them. Congratulations to Brents, moving on to the finals.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's Championship.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Women's Championship match. And Ashley Sharp finally getting her rematch from Clash of the Titans 2 when she lost initially to Olivia Harnage. Never got a rematch that she deserved after losing the title. Harnage has since lost the title and won it back from Haley Blackwell. So Harnage has become a 2-time women's champion before Sharp could even get her rematch for the initial loss. Sharp had to qualify on episode 45 against SJ Ray and Samantha Winters, but she was able to pick up the win and get this opportunity. And there is the women's champion, Olivia Harnage, set to make her first defense of her second title reign as women's champion. Hoping that this title reign will go better than the first one, as she only had one title defense. And she ended up losing it to Olivia, or not to Olivia Harnage. Yeah, that'd be a little weird if she lost to herself. She lost it to Haley Blackwell. And Blackwell would subsequently drop it straight back to Harnage. Now Harnage looking to do right the second time around and have a successful title defense here against Ashley Sharp.
Introducing the challenger from New York, Ashley Sharp.
Harnage handing off that women's championship. Ashley Sharp looking to become two-time women's champion. Both women set to go in this women's title match. And there's the bell. Here we go. Harnage out the gate strong with the clothesline. And a lion salt straight to the back. Olivia Harnage playing no games this time around. So these two women lock up. Harnage overpowering and shoving Sharp back toward the corner. And now on a second lockup. And again, Harnage coming out with the advantage. Able to apply that waistlock to the much larger Sharp. Wouldn't have expected Olivia Harnage to be winning the power game like this. But here she is. Just overpowering Sharp on that takedown. But Sharp able to turn this one around on Harnage. And Sharp wrenching with her legs. Trying to squeeze any oxygen out of Harnage's body that she possibly can. And just scissoring the throat of Harnage. Her repeated stomps. And Sharp into the cover here on Harnage. Gets a 2 count and Harnage kicking out. Harnage able to sweep the legs of Sharp. Harnage with right after right. Planting Sharp in the corner. And now Harnage up to the top rope. Sharp to her feet. And Harnage not able to connect on the kick. Sharp with a roll up, but Harnage all up in the ropes. And Sharp now posing on the back of Harnage. And Harnage with a kick to the face. Able to turn this one around. And Harnage, big knee strike to Sharp. And Harnage falling into the cover here. And a kick out of 1 by Sharp. Harnage now spiking Ashley Sharp. And now Harnage thinking Harnage collapse. Can she hit it? She got her set up. And she connects with the Harnage collapse. Harnage now dragging Sharp toward the middle of the ring. Trying to put this match away early. 1, 2. And Sharp at 2.5. Just barely able to kick out of the Harnage collapse. Sharp now back to her feet, sending Harnage off the ropes. Lands the drop kick. And Sharp now trying to find a little bit of life, but too much time in the corner. Taunting Harnage, and Harnage able to capitalize. Kick to the leg, and now a stomp in the corner. And now Harnage into the cover again. 2, and another kick out by Sharp. Harnage again can't connect on that lion salt. Opening the door for Sharp. But Harnage shutting that door as quickly as it opened. Harnage now backing up towards the opposite corner, and now with speed towards Sharp, and Sharp able to get a boot up, but it might not matter. And now Harnage thinking a second Harnage collapse, and this surely should do it for Ashley Sharp. Harnage into the cover. 1, 2, 3. And you can just tell off that match that Olivia Harnage is significantly more locked in this time around with that World Championship. Was not going to mess around with the possibility of going 0 for 2 in title defenses. This time able to retain pretty easily against Ashley Sharp. And this title reign onto a much better start for Olivia Harnage. And we'll have to wait and see who the next contender for Harnage's women's title is going to be. It may even be Ashley Sharp again. It may not be. Who knows? But we all know that Olivia Harnage is still the TNC World Champion, Women's World Champion. Congratulations to Olivia Harnage on a successful title reign and a successful start to her second reign as Women's Champion. And up next, ladies and gentlemen, it is the next semifinal match between Owen Spade. Wait a minute! Owen Spade getting attacked in the back right before his match. Who are these people? Spade trying to fight back here. Spade sent across the back. He's trying to fight back. Landing head first on the concrete. And just pounced into. What in the... Who was that? What the hell? What? I don't understand. And now Owen Spade is going to have to come into this match less than 100%. I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, I know Owen Spade's not the most liked guy in the locker room, but he hasn't really done anything to warrant an attack since he came back. I mean, if you're Jace Gold, I guess that gives you a little more hope that you could make it past Owen Spade and advance to the finals, but this is gonna weigh heavy on this match. That was an out of nowhere attack on Owen Spade. He's really not showing it right now, but he's definitely hurting after that attack. Jace Gold, the new RHW Memorial Champion. All of a sudden has a much better shot at taking down Owen Spade after what we just saw. I mean, nobody knew that that attack was coming. Owen Spade just trying to make his way to the ring. And he just got jumped by two masked figures. You have no idea who those people were. I mean, I just don't have any words. I don't know who they are, what their motives are. I mean, clearly it has something to do with Owen Spade, because they went after him. But there's the bell. And Spade trying to get off to a fast start, as is Jace Gold. And Spade able to hit the Hurricane Rana on Gold. And Spade lining up Gold from the opposite side, trying to land that super kick. But Gold able to avoid, and now the two champs lock up. Remember, this match will determine who faces Pete Brents in the main event for the World Championship. As we got another lockup here between Gold and Spade. And Spade able to counter this into a chin lock. Doing everything he can to try and fend off those attackers before and head straight into this matchup with Jace Gold. There's definitely some mind games going on somewhere in this. Because now you would think Owen Spade would be able to just have a clean match. But now he's got to have eyes in the back of his head. Because who knows, he could possibly get jumped again if he wins. And even Gold could get jumped if he wins. Someone else could get jumped in the back. Like, we don't know. We don't know who those people are and why they attacked Owen Spade. We just don't know. But Spade, so far in this match, 2 minutes deep, has done a good job and taken the high risk and getting the reward there. As Spade now hitting Rolling Thunder on Jace Gold. And Spade trying to send Gold into the steps. Instead, going to settle for a crossroads on the outside. And Spade thinking high risk again from the top rope all the way to the outside, connecting with the Meteora. And now Spade trying to hoist up Gold, but Gold able to counter, and now a counter from Owen Spade here. And Gold this time sent into the steps. And a big knee strike there from Owen Spade. And Spade now dragging Gold back toward the ring. And so far that attack really hasn't changed anything for Owen Spade, as he's got the Lion Tamer locked in, but just as quickly as he locked it in, Jace Gold able to escape. And Gold, flurry of rights followed by an elbow. And now Jace Gold into the cover here on Spade, trying to advance, but a kick out at 1. Gold now sizing up Spade in the corner. Try to drag him elsewhere, but Spade getting those elbows into the gut. And now it's Spade dragging Jace Gold into the corner. And Spade working on that left arm of Jace Gold. Turning Gold around, but Gold able to get an elbow up. But it doesn't seem like it's going to matter. Hoisting up Jace Gold. Went for the GTH, but Gold able to counter. And now has Spade up for the Styles Clash. And he connects! Gold into the cover to go to the finals. 1, 2, and a kick out by Spade. And now Gold, last chance reapplied. Middle of the ring. Is Spade gonna tap? Can Gold get to the finals? Not just yet. Spade still very much in this match. And now Spade with those elbows to the gut. And a drop kick to Jace Gold. And now a big elbow from Spade in the corner. Setting him up for the stomp. Spade to the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Gold. And he's not out just yet. Still. And Gold now off the drop kick, going for another cover. Maybe a desperation play by Jace Gold. Gets a 2 count, and he gets a 3! Not a desperation pin at all. As Jace Gold pulls off a stunner in the semifinals. And it will be Jace Gold against Pete Brent in the main event for the TNC World Championship. A stunner here in the semis. What an upset by Jace Gold, even with the attack in mind. Owen Spade probably still considered the favorite. But now, Jace Gold just 1 win away from becoming a double champion. And he'll face the man he beat back in episode 41. So can Jace Gold do it again and become world champion? But first, we have some business to attend to inside of a steel cage.
The following contest is a steel cage match. Making his way to the ring from Virginia Beach, Virginia, weighing in at 250 pounds.
It was inevitable that we'd be seeing these two in the ring again sometime soon. But we've upped the stakes a little bit as the CEO has decided to put these two, Seth Ross and Kato Takahashi, in a steel cage. These two will not stop brawling whenever they can find each other. And it's just gotten flat out ridiculous. Turning the entire building into a goddamn war zone. And hopefully this steel cage match can put an end to it once and for all. Kato Takahashi, so far in matches, has been able to get the upper hand on Seth Ross. When these two are just straight up brawling, Seth Ross has left Kato Takahashi for dead. And this is going to be a little bit of a mix of both. It's going to be an all-out brawl inside that cage, but at the end of the day, it is still a wrestling match. So whoever is able to find that balance between wrestling and brawling is going to be the one who comes out on top in this steel cage match. Kato fired up as ever for this match. After what we saw in the parking lot on episode 45, I can't blame him. And there's the cage being lowered with Seth and Kato winning, and Seth out the gates with that huge lariat. Not giving Kato any time. And now Seth off the ropes, thinking big splash, and connects. And now Seth trying to work that hand of Kato Takahashi. Now starting to ragdoll Kato around. Jesus. Seth clearly understood the mission. And this is no ordinary wrestling match. He's got to be a brawler like he was back in that parking lot. And Seth looking to lay out Kato early here. Hoisting him up and dropping him with the power bomb in the middle of the ring. But Kato quickly back to his feet. Seth straight back on him, but Kato with an elbow. Seth springboard into a DDT. And now Kato went for a big lariat, but Seth able to get out of the way. And now Kato off the ropes. And Kato able to block Seth with those elbows. And now Kato Takahashi going to take his turn to powerbomb Seth Ross. And a big forearm there from Kato. And now Kato thinking German suplex into the ropes. But Seth able to avoid that double axe handle. Roll up here by Seth into a cover, but a kick out by Takahashi. And Kato quickly up to his feet. But Seth trying to drag Kato to the corner, but Kato not going to let it happen. And now a drop kick by Kato to the jaw. And Kato wants the door open. Trying to get out of here with a win early. But Seth already to his feet and dropped straight back down by Takahashi. This time going to take a different approach. Trying to scale the cage. And Seth, stumbling to his feet in the corner, doesn't realize that Kato is already up to the top of the cage. Now making his way over. Can he stop Kato from escaping? Got one punch in. And now dragging Kato Takahashi back into the ring. Both men now standing on the top rope. Kato with a block. And Seth dropping all the way to the mat. Kato following him down. Kato now bringing Seth to his feet. But Seth with a right to the eyes. Not going to stop Kato from countering Seth though. Catching the boot and hitting that big lariat. And now these two going to start trading blows inside the steel cage. This could prove pivotal as to who walks out of this steel cage the winner. Big block by Kato. And another block by Kato. Big right from Seth. And a big right from Kato. Another big right by Seth. And another by Kato. And now it breaks out into an all-out hockey fight inside the steel cage, middle of the ring. And now Kato's off the ropes, big elbow by Seth. And Seth now thinking big splash again and connects. Seth now to the middle rope. Kato can't avoid the double axe handle. And Seth into the cover here on Kato. And Kato able to kick out at one. Now Seth hammering in those right hands to Kato Takahashi. But Kato quickly up to his feet. And now Kato off the ropes. Seth with a big back body drop. But Kato quickly back up to his feet. And able to get those elbows into the gut and block Seth Ross. And now it's Seth getting sent off the ropes. And Kato with a huge German. Into the cover on Seth. 1. And a kick out of 1. And now Kato thinking powerbomb, rolling through into the knee strike, and Seth busted open. Into the cover to put Seth away. 2 and a kick out. And it looks like Kato Takahashi is in complete control of this match as he goes for another cover here on Seth Ross and another kick out at 2. Seth able to turn it around. And now Seth scaling the cage. Kato right behind him, trying to stop Seth, and Seth going face first into the steel. And again! And Seth falling back down. And now Kato planting Seth into the cover. 1, 2, 3! Fuck, that was loud. Holy shit. But Kato Takahashi able to pick up the win inside of the steel cage. Once again able to best Seth Ross in the ring. And that has been Seth's kryptonite when he's gone after Kato Takahashi, is that he has not been able to beat him in the ring where it matters most. We'll see what's next for both of these men, but a big win here at Injustice for Kato Takahashi inside the steel cage, able to pick up the 3 count. You can see the bruises all over the face of Kato Takahashi. Was not pretty inside that steel cage. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time. We are gonna crown a new world champion. Pete Brents has been in this situation before. As we mentioned before, won the inaugural TNC World Championship Tournament back in November 2024. And now, under similar circumstances here, this time facing off against Jace Gold, the man who beat him, the only man to beat him in this tournament. So maybe that's got to be weighing on the mind of Brent's a little bit here. Because otherwise, he's been nearly perfect, barring that tie with the assassinating Kennedy. Just one match separating Brent and becoming three-time world champion. Brent's going up against Jace Gold, who's already competed twice tonight. This will be Gold's third match on a 6-match card. Definitely not the freshest he's ever been for a title match. But we're gonna find out if Jace Gold can do what many think would be impossible. Let's go 3 for 3 and come out as a double champion. Both men set to go, and here we go. Jace Gold coming out the gates flying. He knows he's not the fresher man in this main event match, trying to make quick work of Brent as he did back in episode 41. He knows what he needs to do to take Pete Brent down. Brent's laying out Jace Gold in the corner. And now from the top rope, hitting the moonsault. But Gold quickly to his feet. And Brent's hoisting up Gold for a power bomb into the corner, into a cover, and a kick out of 1 by Gold. Gold back to his feet. Brent's applying that waistlock to Jace Gold. Already a much better start to this match for Brent than he had in their first encounter back in episode 41, where that match was virtually all Jace Gold. As Brent's now laying in those left hands. There may be a little bit of nerves for Gold going into his first TNC World title match. But Gold able to counter Brent's there, now into the corner. And Jace with speed, but eats a big elbow there from Brent. And Brent's definitely with plenty of experience in world title matches. All those defenses in his first reign. Already being a 2-time world champion. Brent is definitely in his comfort zone in a world title match. As Jace Gold on the apron waiting for Brent to reach his feet. And Jace able to hit that springboard missile drop kick. And now Jace off the ropes, hitting that sliding forearm. Now Brent's being dragged toward the ropes. And now Gold hitting the handspring into the cutter. And Brent's retreating to the apron. Couple rights by Gold. And now Jace over the top rope. DDT. And Jace Gold starting to feel a little more comfortable, but maybe his lights just got turned out by Pete Brents with that black mass. And Brent's now from the apron, landing the kick over the top rope. And Brent's going for the cover. One, and a kick out. Brent's now making his way up to the top rope. And Brent lands the knee to the face. And Brent's again going to the top rope. But this time having other ideas in mind. And Brent, you can see the confidence. No nerves at all. As these two are going to start trading blows middle of the ring. Much fresher Pete Brent and a much more tired Jace Gold. As these two going blow for blow middle of the ring. And Pete Brent comes out on top. And Brent locking in the Anaconda Vice onto Jace Gold. Can he get Gold to tap out to the move that made Pete Brent lose it? No. And now Brent thinking Art of Hate Driver. He's got him set up, and he hits the Art of Hate Driver. Into the cover, 1, 2, and Gold kicks out at 2. Into the corner, Brent, big clothesline, and an elbow. And tossing Gold back toward the middle of the ring. And Brent's raking at the eyes of Jace Gold. Now thinking Art of Hate Driver again, but no, Jace Gold able to get the elbow up. And Gold, burning hammer! 1, 2, and Brent kicks out at 2. Gold now trying to do whatever he can, but Brent smartly rolling to the outside. Gold to the outside, nobody home. Landing straight on that knee. We'll see if Brent can capitalize. He can't. Big kick by Gold. The knee looks just fine. And Brent tossed across the outside by Gold. Brent's flatliner to Gold on the outside. And a big knee strike by Brent. Count up to 6. And Brent sending Jace Gold back into the ring. And Brent thinking Art of Hate Driver again. He's got him set up and connects again. To become 3-time champ. 1, 2, and Gold kicks out again. What more can Jace Gold be put through? As Gold thinking burning hammer again. Can Gold steal it? 1, 2, and Brent's kicked out again at 2. Jace Gold giving it everything he's got in this world title match. Doing everything he can, including that handspring cutter to become a double champ. But Brent's with a big right. And now Brent's showcasing the power with that power bomb. Rolling Gold through into a knee strike, and he's busted open. And now Gold to the outside. Brent's to the top rope. And Brent's able to hit that double axe handle. And Brent's laying in those right hands to Jace Gold. And now off the ropes goes Gold. Brent's setting Gold up. Anaconda Vice locked in again. The move that made Brent's tap to lose his second reign. And Jace Gold taps. Jace Gold taps out. Pete Brent is a 3-time TNC World Champion. The move that Kez Phoenix used on Brent to make him tap out is the same move Brent uses to get Jace Gold to tap out and win the title back. And Brent gets his revenge for episode 41. He gets his win back over Jace Gold. He gets his world title back. What a match between Jace Gold and Pete Brent in the main event. Multiple burning hammers, Art of Hate drivers, a black mass. These two really brought it all. And this was with Jace Gold wrestling his third match of the night. These two really did go all the way into their bags for this main event. And Brent, for the third time, is a world champion. Oh, wait, the lights just went out. The lights just went out in the arena. Oh no. These are the people that attacked Owen Spade earlier. And now they're in the ring with Pete Brent. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. It was Brent's all along. He sent them to attack Owen Spade. What have we just witnessed? What have we witnessed?